What's up, gamers? Today we are going to be looking at the new top of the tree line, the Italian AutoReloaders. So the mechanic is you can fire 3 shells, 2 shells, or 1 shells. Each reload is slightly longer than the next. This is the Progetto 66. Now this is kind of playing with really bad DPM. So if I was to compare it to, say, I'll put a little screenshot of the tanks currently while we're driving to C1 area. But the Progetto 66 only gets 1900 DPM, whereas something like the Conqueror or the M103 is 2.5k and 2.2k. The T10 is 2.2 and the E75 is 2.1, and even the 50 TP with 560 alpha damage and 250 pen is 2.190, so nearly 2.2. This is only 1925. You obviously can't put a gun rammer on this. You do need stabilizers as the gun handling isn't that great. But I'll insert an image of the hull armor and the armor model. But your turret armor is extremely good, especially if you use the full 9 degrees of gun depression. You will need between 290 and 305 millimeters of penetration, I believe. And the cheeks on the side of it are complete auto ricochets, as they are so angled. So we come up to here, obviously 9 degrees gun depression, like I just said, top tier as well. We're against what's going to be tier 8s unless we do find the other one. So we've come up against Carnarvon, which obviously is still a very good tank even at tier 8. It still has a very strong turret. We get a little bit unlucky there. Put one through the Indian Panzer. Now, how I do it is I will try and keep at least one in, unless I can take a tank out. If I can take a full tank, so a whole gun is out of the game, then I will empty you off them all. Or if I feel like I'm not going to be in battle with another tank again quickly. So as you can see, the next one's coming straight in. So it's not super bad, the reload, if you know how to work it, especially as I do have a pattern and a char and an AMX behind me. They're not really involved, but they are there. So if the Carnarvon decides to come over the hill, go in all in on me, it's not really going to matter. We do actually get over 5k damage and 5 kills in this game. So here we go. Here's a Goica. We stick in a good 400 damage. This is a 420. No, this does has a 400 alpha damage gun. So it's a good beefy old gun. But as you can see, 2 shells into him. He's nearly dead. Like I said, third one I can take out a gun, and that is a pretty dangerous tank, to be fair. Even though it's a tier 7, it is a dangerous tank. It has about 205 mil pen, but it has like a 420 alpha gun. So it can, if it hits you, it can hurt. Especially something like these low tiers. Obviously, I'm okay with my turret armor, but not so much. But yeah, playing with sucky DPM kind of is these whole lines, but you do have a clip potential of 1200. I get a little bit lucky there. We kind of miss-aim it a bit. I know he's just fired, so I'm sticking in. As you can see, we are bouncing plenty of shells. We're up to 2k damage already, though. We do end up doing a little bit of tussling at the end with that Cobra that we've just taken note of. The T71 and also a Scorpion G. We have a 3-way fight. Well, not even a 3-way, it's literally 1v3 on that. Okay, that is the Indian Panzer out. And we don't really get time to fully reload with this, so we do pull back. That's, you know, it is in Carnarvon. He's going to out DPM us. Pretty much any tank that we come across probably will, that we're going to be worried about. As you can see, the time, I'm waiting for it, and we didn't wait. If we would have waited another 0.9 of a second, we would have another shell there to stick into him. As you can see, currently this is the worst DPM that you can get on the tank, is sitting there and waiting for that last shell. I believe it's 15-second reload for the last one. I'm quite sure. And even though the armor penetrator indicator is coming up green, we seem to bounce every single one off of the roof of that Carnarvon. Now I'll speed this a little bit up because I did only play this game yesterday. As you can see, we got spotted, so we know the T71 is going to be in there. I'd like to push up out of the way. There is still currently 9.6, but the HP is very equal. So obviously we have a lot of low. We've got a char with a 1 shot. We have a T25 that is a one shot, and the AMX 1357 is also a one shot. So I'm just waiting for my reload. There you go. We bounce one from a different Goaka. There you go. We see, and we bounce another one from him. As you can see, the armor's holding up really well. 4.3k in bouncing. Okay, we can slow it back down here. As you see, there's still a Conway and a Skoda T56, but they are on the other side of the map. Now, I know there was a Scorpion G shooting at me, so I'm just trying to work out where he's going to have placed himself, but I'm guessing this Cobra is on a reload, and that is a tank that will happily come against and one-shot me. So I do see him, and it must have been spotted. I realised, oh yeah, that T71's there. So I do ping him to try and show my team, especially the 1357, that maybe he can do a run. I shoot the bush, which is a bit more of an obvious spot. Maybe I should shoot the end of the tree. I'm just waiting for my reload. We're not going into any old fight. We are currently up by 2 tanks and only up by 562 HP. Now we're down. We are now down 908. So we have less HP, but 1 more tank. I have kept most of my HP. I'm at 1400. So as a top tier, that's one of the most important things. I still have a lot of my HP. And I can't tell you how important, if I didn't have that HP, how I would probably, this team probably would have lost, to be honest. I do believe they would have lost. Now, I'm not sure why he looked really jumpy then. I don't think he did when it was playing. There we go, the 57's moved. And we're going to see that no, we're not going to get a shot into him, but he's going to come past, and no, we got unlucky. But being an auto-reloader, we can stick one more into him. And I want to keep one because I know the Cobra's coming, so I do not want to fire that last one. I'm going to let that T71 go. I can deal with him in the future. I've just noticed the Scorpion G. Right, he is now fired. And we're waiting for the full reload. I see the Tiger is going to go and help, so if I would not have been able to have done this if that Tiger did not go there. I'd have had to have sat there and waited. So the Cobra hasn't actually pushed up, so I was always wondering where he's gone. He's either sitting up on the hill or he's gone into the valley again. And there he is. No fire. He didn't fire. But I'm guessing he could right now. I'm thinking maybe he's on a reload. And since he started running away, it's quite a mobile tank, to be fair, the Cobra. So I know I'm not going to catch him. So I try and cut him off. And he's just been spotted again by the T25, I think. But I know I can take at least a hit or 2 from him if I had to. So I shoot him once, 379, bit of a low roll, take 1 shot, and the Cobra's out. Now we see the Scorpion, so we've got to push down. I'm waiting for that reload. I'm waiting for the reload. I do not want to fire. If I have to, I will. As soon as it's in the orange, you can fire. There we go. We've got the 1, and we fire. Next one comes in, which I think's 3.5 seconds in between clips. And we push, we hold it. You want to hold it until at least the orange bit comes up. Then I track him. I go and face hug him, so it gives me the best chances he's not falling into my lower plate. Stick it into his gun, and then bang, fire. So we're up to 4.5k damage and 4 kills. The Goaka is right there. It's me and an SU-130. He fires, and I believe he does that damage himself. So we're just waiting on the reload. I'm going to hold him, as he is obviously a TD. We might be able to track him as he comes up. And the SU might be able to do some damage. But currently we are just waiting for the reload. As we do know, if we get decent rolls, we can 2-shot him. But I see him coming up. He doesn't know I'm here. Find the tracking shot. There's the tracking shot. Letting the clip come in and put the next one into him. 5 kills. 5.2k damage. 4.3k blocked. Let's jump into the post-game stats and we'll see how they are looking. Okay, these are the post-game stats. We got a mastery, ace tanker, 71,000 credits and 4,050. We got steel wall, high caliber, and cool-headed, which is just 10 ricocheting shots, which shows you how much we did actually manage to bounce. The Carnarvon shot 2,500 damage into us, which we blocked. We got 1 from the Indian Panzer, 1 non-penetration from the Scorpion. Goika got 3, and another one got just 1. He had the little gun. This guy must have had the big gun. Mostly tracking or internal modules, gun, tracks, ammo rack, 5.2k damage, 5 kills, top of the team, 3,000 damage, 1,350 base, 3 medals, safe to say, carried that one as the win, and probably even got the, I would probably say I got the win at that one, like, definitely towards the end they probably would have lost, especially with the Cobra. So that is how to play with your basically Progetto line. Any Italian auto reloader can be a good mechanic, can be difficult mechanic, but if you did like the video, leave a like, and if you want to see anything else, as I'm not struggling of ideas to do, but a lot of my ideas require a lot more tanks than what I have, so I am playing as hard as I can to try and get as many tanks as possible. But yeah, if you want to see anything else, comment down below. If you don't think, say, just leave an emoji, because engagement